What's up, guys? It's Oblivious Gamer here. And well, the Nintendo Direct happened, and there was a lot of announcements. I do think one that was extremely surprising, a lot of people very happy, is the fact that Capcom announced a new fighting game collection, and that is Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. And it includes favorite titles like X-Men Children of the Atom, Marvel Superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 New Age of Heroes, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and The Punisher. All packaged in one game. And this is huge. I know maybe some people weren't excited, at least if you're not very well versed or aware of the fighting game community and how beloved the Marvel vs. Capcom franchise is. Not just that, but for so many years, the original Marvel vs. Capcom and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 were stuck in very old consoles like the Dreamcast, arcade machines, the original PlayStation, and there was no, I'm going to say, legal way to play these games. You do have Fightcade, but I'm not going to get into that sort of thing. There was no easy way to get these games. Eventually, Arcade 1UP released like a cabinet where you could play those games, and there was online. But again, you still had to dish out $300 for a small arcade cabinet. So there was no easy access to these games. But with this, it's super easily accessible. And not just that, but people will be able to do tournaments very easily offline. You no longer will have to get all the problems with like the TVs, the old consoles, the adapters to be like, this solves so many problems. And it's fantastic that Capcom finally, and well, with Marvel, they go, okay, let's get these titles to the people. And it's not just that they're releasing these titles, but there's a lot of stuff that they are adding to it. First, and the biggest, rollback netcode. All of these games are going to be able to work with rollback netcode. At least most of the fighting games, if I'm not mistaken. This is amazing. That means you'll be able to play online, no problem. It's going to be stable. It's going to be fantastic. Another big thing is the training mode will have the addition of hitboxes and hurtboxes. That is really nice addition, especially with these games that, they can get crazy. So I'm really happy that this is available. They also will feature a lot of like displays. You'll be able to see some of the old art style, the marquees. So through and through, this is crazy and amazing news. And a lot of the people that cover fighting games or fan of fighting games, they're probably going crazy with this. Like, people have been asking for a port for so long. Like, an official port of the game. And the fact that Marvel and Capcom are acknowledging and they're like, hey, here it is, guys. I do want to add the artwork. I love the new Cyclops and Ryu handshake. It just looks insane. The art style for the artwork they released, perfect, amazing. We are all happy about this. We're all excited. Hopefully, it's a very, very long shot. Hopefully, this means that, well, with Capcom talking with Marvel, maybe we could get something new, something better than the last Marvel vs. Capcom, something cooler. I think people would love to see the return of Marvel vs. Capcom. It's long overdue. Now also that Marvel has all of their franchises back, we can get all of the characters that we want in the game, because Infinite had this problem where at the time Marvel didn't own all of their licenses for, well, they own all the licenses, but Marvel was focusing on the movies. So they wanted all the movie characters to be in there, and they didn't want like the X-Men to be in that game, in Infinite, because there were still, the movies rights were under Fox. It's kind of like one of the reasons why there's obviously a lot more stuff, but it was one of the reasons why we didn't see the X-Men return, which like Wolverine, such a staple character, Magneto, Cyclops, like we didn't get any of those characters. So hopefully with this, maybe they're considering making a new game, bring all the characters, and also have a good art style, have an interesting art style that people would love to see. Because there was another problem with Infinite, the art style wasn't just that great. But yeah, I think the world is ready for another Marvel vs. Capcom. This is fantastic and amazing news that we are getting a fighting game collection that is going to be released on PS4, Switch, and PC, so most people are going to be able to play. I didn't find any word of an Xbox version. Hopefully they release it in the Xbox. I mean, I would hate that the Xbox kind of gets excluded out of this. It would suck a bit because I think, especially with these old fighting game titles, everybody should have the ability to be able to play in. This is a great right step in the right direction. Hopefully this comes to the Xbox too. I do have one more stuff that I want to say. With this fighting game collection in mind, I do hope Capcom remembers there's also one other fighting game collection that I would love to see. And yeah, I am hoping that since they are on good terms with SNK, that they are thinking of re-releasing that with rollback netcode. I would love to see Capcom versus SNK too. Like, I would love to see a return. But yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to say. As always, so, what are your thoughts? This has been Oblivious Gamer, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day or night wherever you are.